Scarelies are good. This is a really fucked up game, by the way. Like, I'm about to play like a really fucked up game. And I know it's like, Drizzle, it's you. And it's like, yes, it is me. Hi. Really fucked up game. Just saying. Be prepared for dark themes, difficult discussions, and things that may be outside of your comfort zone. Please respect boundaries. If you're not 18 plus, please leave. This game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore, drug and alcohol use, scenes of self-destructive behavior, something nudity, sensitivity warning, all the things. Ed Soldier, having fought in the war since he was 13, Ed Soldier excels at range combat and has a great aim with most firearms. Occultist. The occultist focuses on creative use of the otherworldly powers. While not strong with harmful and offensive skills, her abilities are no less impressive when used properly. Doctor. The doctor's skill set is mainly focused on curing different stats, ailments, and analyzing the possible weaknesses in enemy anatomy. Mechanic. The mechanic is an adept at crafting her own makeshift weapons and traps. Along with mechanical skills, she also understands more complicated machinery. Yellow Mage. Contrary to other priest beliefs, yellow mages don't dictate their lives to worship. Yellow mages use otherworldly powers only to their own benefit and to further their own agenda. Botanist. The botanist's knowledge covers a wide variety of plants and herbs. She can create mixtures with strong healing properties, and alternatively, she can use her knowledge to create potent poisons. Thug Boxer. Life in an underground boxing ring has taught the boxer how to deal with opponents barehanded. The boxer excels at close quarters combat. And the journalist. Having covered wars, coups d'etats, and other disasters, the journalist has picked up various skills that help her survive. Persuasion skills definitely not being the last on that list. Lots of options. I've played with the mechanic and the botanist so far. I'm really into those classes, but I'll experiment with something different. I'm gonna go for the Yellow Mage because I have no idea anything about the Yellow Mage, really. Came in just in time for Dark Evil Fucked Up time. Yeah, you did. Is it like borderline misery torture porn? This game? A little bit. A little bit. I have heard people compare it to both Silent Hill and Berserk. This game gets very uncomfortable. Oh no, it's this franchise! In a world where everyone looks a decade younger than they are. Actually, black don't crack, so the character I pick looking young is like ain't nothing. And a lot of those characters are like pretty young, like 18. But yeah, they do look it's JRPG. It's definitely like anime adjacent where it's like, ah yes, everyone's good looking. Easy mode, fear and hunger mode, Masoetism mode. Skip the character history? No, give me the full Tet's adventure. Now this is my favorite part because like it lets you build a character history. It's really nice. Reminds me of stuff like D&D and whatnot. Shouldn't Soldier get a boost on perception and reflex and whatnot too? Like hyper awareness and shape? Maybe. Maybe they're like they have complex PTSD and they don't move as fast. The soothing of the rain tracks? The soothing of the rail tracks. You are not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander. You reminisce what has led you to this point in life. You were born and raised in the raging heats of Abyssonia, the continent with a long history embedded with chaos and warring factions. Those fools, the people around you, wage wars over ancient disputes and grudges started by long gone ancestors. But this is how it has always been. The people of Abyssonia held ancestors and their spirits on a godlike pedestal. But it's not like they were any better in the north. In the continent of Europa, those fools worship ancient deities that none of them had ever seen with their own eyes. And they certainly had their disputes as well. A great war after another. What's worse, the disputes didn't stay within their borders. They dragged everyone into their mess. They had set their eyes on Abyssonia now because of its strategic position in securing an access to oil and other raw materials from the east. It was only a matter of time before their troops would march on your land. You were not going to die because of some faceless puppeteers chose to focus their magnifying glasses on your home country this time. Despite your young age, you decided to leave. Your siblings and mother would mourn your departure, and they warned you to have something to remember them by. Take the family check, or take your father's memento, Soul Stone. You took the Soul Stone with you. It is said to hold your father's spirit in it. You consider yourself as successfully dead inside, not swayed by emotions. But it took a lot of effort to convince yourself that you wouldn't miss your family. You still obviously had weaknesses to weed out. You headed to the City of the Sun, Amman, to educate yourself on spiritualism and religion. You were no slough physically, but you always considered your intellect your true forte. And just like that you were accepted as an apprentice after some preliminary classes, at the same time, news about the Great War closing Abyssinian borders were all they could talk about on the radio. Amman was far from the borders and could possibly remain safe for a good while even after the war broke out. You figured you'd still have plenty of time to learn at the temple and leave the country before it was too late. At the Temple of Amon, you were given a choice to learn various different schools of spiritualism. Learn magic. You learned pyromancy trick. You were talented and praised for your quick learning at the temple, but that came as no surprise to you. You know you were smarter than most of those old geezers. They only possessed knowledge you wanted. Only once you had that, they served no purpose to you. More time you spent at the temple, more pathetic the priests of Amon started to look in your eyes. Religion in general started to look dubious too after examining how the world functioned. Most religious doctrines were molded to accommodate the current ruling class. Whoo! That's a... As someone who's not religious, it's something that I never thought about because of, like, not trying to get all up inside religion in order to make sure I was rejecting it properly, like some people do. But damn. That's very leftist of this game. Most religious doctrines were molded to accommodate the current ruling class. Religion was used as a mere tool to control masses more than anything else. Dedicating your life to worship would equal dedicating your life to kings and queens of the time. You had left your home because you didn't want to die fighting someone else's war, so why would you waste your life serving someone else in turn? Around this time, you found an old scroll from one of the many Amon libraries. The scroll mentioned an old set of magical practitioners originating from the Eastern Sanctuaries whose worldview seemed more appealing to you. Yellow mages differed from their typical priests. Instead of dedicating their lives to worship, gods existed for them. Their force was to be harnessed to further one's own personal growth and agenda. It's like being a yellow Jedi! Instead of finding order from the commandments laid out by the older gods, yellow mages reveled in chaos. Chaos was the natural state that the world would return to time and time again. So why even try to force to do anything else? You quit at the Temple of Amon and decided to head east in pursuit of these yellow mages. You travel beyond your home continent, ultimately finding yourself in the narrow streets of the Eastern Sanctuaries. You got acquainted with the local temples. Even they had adopted the worship of the Almer of the main region. Eastern Sanctuaries were no better than the temples of Amon in that regard. If anything, religion was even more prevalent there and dictated the way people were to live and die. They were looked down upon by scholars and religious leaders of the area because of your very problematic opinions, of your very public opinions. They didn't bother you. You knew better. In time, your conviction convinced the facets you wanted. You were approached by a group of traveling mages who wore colorful attires. The yellow mages that were still around in this day and age are reduced to small separate groups wandering around the world to study all fields of otherworldly. The group saw the potential in you and offered a place among them. You liked what you heard and decided to join the wandering group. What did you specialize in? Learn more advanced magic. You learned herding! I'm really good at herding. Zeno! Woo! Are you enjoying your farming in diapers? Do you have to farm diapers? Are there diaper trees? Your path of learning and self-growth knew no end. Your travels brought you to a small border town in the Eastern Sanctuaries. There you met a curious person, Hadil Aslaf, a self-proclaimed wizard from the Far East. Despite his pretentious appearance, his family name Azif was well known and even somewhat feared in certain occult circles, which gave him claims at least some credibility. He was gathering a group of adventurers to accompany him on a perilous quest. He had inherited a map from his late grandfather that was supposed to lead him to the infamous dungeon of fear and hunger itself. The place used to be a noteworthy location of pilgrimage for many aspiring mages and priests in the distant past. The yellow mages you had spent time with previously told ominous tales about the dungeons as well. Initially, you dismissed Azif's talks, only to be haunted by the most brutal nightmares the following night. Something was calling for you. You had to witness the place yourself. You joined the motley crew of adventurers Azif had managed to put together and traveled through war-torn Europa. Many of the crew had quit halfway to Rodan because of how difficult it was to cross borders during these chaotic times. The closer to the destination you got, more feverish your dreams became. The remaining members of your ragtag fellowship were visibly sick from stress and otherworldly pressure that had befallen on you the moment you set up on your quest. The breaking point was the day that you were finally to arrive at the dungeons. A heavy fog drowned your camp and made navigation impossible. Using a compass did no good as the thing was just spinning circles wildly. Distant growls and howls created unrest. Not that there was any need for that, as superstition and constant misfortune had already convinced your fellow travelers that this trip was cursed from the start. Your companions panicked and scattered to the mist. As Azif himself had been sick from constant nightmares from half the trip already. You left him curled up in the fetus position in his tent and ventured forward on your own. And walking for a while, you started to make out something behind a thick white veil. The mist revealed structures of some kind. You got to set of old ruins, or what looked like a messy pile of rubble now. If it wasn't for the dreadful aura emanating from deep within, you couldn't tell that there was anything remarkable about this place whatsoever. Near the main entrance there was a makeshift archaeological site with tents and digging equipment. The site looked abandoned. On the other side, there was a side entrance to the dungeons with stairs leading down to the darkness below. Cautiously, you walk down the slippery stairs only to find a cave-in. The hallway had totally collapsed, and there seemed to be no way around it. Buried underneath the rubble, there was an old skeleton in a medieval leather armor, crushed under a ton of rocks. You didn't want to suffer the same fate with the skeleton, so you returned back. Near the main entrance arc, there was a makeshift archaeological site with tents and digging equipment. The site looked abandoned. On the other side, there was the entrance to the dungeons with stairs leading down to the darkness below. The archaeological site seemed relatively new, maybe a couple of years old at tops, and there were no signs of people. Whoever had set it up had long abandoned this place too. All the documents and reports were written in Bremen to you, so you couldn't tell what exactly the people were looking for. This might have been just a regular archaeological excursion that stumbled into their certain doom unknowingly. If there truly were the dungeons of fear and hunger, then even in their current state, they would surely swallow unprepared tourists whole. Near the main entrance to the arc, there was a makeshift Head to the main entrance. The moment you stepped inside the dungeon walls, you felt immense otherworldly pressure. You understood that the place would drain any normal person to the brink of madness and starvation in a matter of mere hours. You had to be efficient about this. Wait, I think my character went to the original game's dungeon. Even if the day was still bright, the darkness seemed to suffocate all light, and you could barely see anything ahead of you. You lit up a torch. You stood in the vestibule of the dungeons. To your left, you saw a doorway leading to what seemed like a kitchen. There was a small room with old wooden furniture in front of you, and to your right, there was a closed door. Check out the kitchen. The room had small stools around a large wooden table covered in cobwebs and old stains. At the end of the room, there were old cupboards and kitchen utilities that had collapsed to the ground. The other corner had a row of wooden barrels. Check the cupboards. You found old wheat flour that still seemed good. Suddenly, you heard loud banging and screeching coming from the entrance hall. Adrenaline was rushing through you as you ran back to see just what was causing the noise. The closed door was jolting from its hinges. Something big was trying to force its way through the door. Whatever it was, created inhuman guttural sounds between its swings at the door. You checked the room for any good spots to hide in and decided to crouch behind a bookshelf. The place gave you a good vantage point while hiding you in the shadows. The door crashed open and you saw a dark silhouette of a gigantic malformed being push from the open doorway. The creature made gurgling noises as it slowly wandered to the kitchen. You used this chance to sneak past the thing to the dark corner where it had first come. Only the creature had clearly gotten used to the darkness as it sensed you almost the moment you got out of your hiding spot. You charged to the unknown darkness without a second thought. You ran as fast as you could, creating distance to the malformed beast with each step. You couldn't see much in the darkness, but a door frame that had light shining through its cracks caught your attention. You tackled the door open and stumbled to the overgrown courtyard. Quickly glancing back to the dark corridor, you noticed that the beast was nowhere to be seen. You figured that the last rays of the setting sun had still kept it at bay. You took a breather and slowly walked across the yard. The grass had taken a sickly yellowish color, and the setting sun created ominous shadows as the rays of light hit the lone gallows standing at the center of the closure. As you managed to focus your thoughts, you realized that there was an additional voice echoing in your head. Something or someone was calling you from the depths of this forsaken fortress. There was something very curious about this echo. You needed to find its source, not like you had a choice, but to delve deeper as the sun was rapidly setting down, stripping you from the last barrier that kept the murderous beast hiding in the shadows. The courtyard led to another door in the darkness. You pushed forward. You were at the foyer of the dungeons. The hall was large. To your left was a lavatory. To your right there was a long corridor leading to total darkness before you rose a large stairway up. Check out the lavatory. Your torch lit up the row of grimy old toilet seatings. Old blood stains were mixed in with what looked like semen? You wonder how and why you knew such an exquisite little detail. Investigate the toilet. There was nothing much on the toilet holes. They're just what one would expect them to be. Yeah, I'm not jumping down the semen blood hole. No, thank you. Check the dark corridor. God. Hey, fish breath, how are you? Don't jump down weird toilet holes. Ada ada. See ya, Hunter. I hope your headache goes away. Meow. Make sure you drink plenty of water. You slowly pushed away the darkness as you advanced towards the unknown. The further you got, the stronger the echo inside your head became. You couldn't make out the words clearly, but this was definitely the right direction ahead. A larger room opened up behind a set of rusty iron bars. Your torch revealed human-like figures that stood still just beyond the radius of the light. Upon closer inspection, you noticed that these figures were medieval iron maidens, human-shaped torture devices that had seen practical use, judging from the old stains that had formed from the seeping blood of their victims. The room had numerous other torture devices as well. Most of them would probably be inoperable in this day and age. Among them, you saw an old reinforced chest. In the back of the room, you saw a corridor leading to the cells. The chest looked old. It might as well have been medieval for all you knew. So you tried opening it and you realized the lock was still fully functioning. You couldn't open it without a proper key. You felt a cold draft run across the chamber. The draft seemed to be guiding you towards the dark corridor at the end of the room. The corridor that opened up was a long one, with multiple cell doors covering each side. At the end, there was a large bar sealing off a staircase. Only a rusty old lock stood in your way towards the deeper darkness. All the doors were locked. Your torch barely lit any of the cells, so there was no telling what was inside them. The corridor opened up a long one with multiple cells. Check the gate at the end of the corridor. Despite being ancient, the lock seemingly was surprisingly durable. You figured that you needed a key or something to open the pathway door. Return to the torture chamber. Return to the foyer. Check the stairway. The stairway led to an old All-Merlin sacrificial altar with a skeletal crucifix on it. Next to the altar, there was a side path leading to deeper inside the fortress. The altar was a typical ritual crucifix used to worship Almer, the Ascended One. A sacrifice would be put on the cross, and their blood would slowly be drained for days to come. Traditionally, such rituals were used for protection. Almer would look for the immediate blessings for as long as the blood was running down the cross. The last sacrifice this cross had seen had been a skeleton, and there was no blood dripping from the cross anymore, so no protection from Almer either. The path was a narrow corridor crudely made from misshapen bricks and stones. It looked like the floor had collapsed at certain points, and you were able to hop over the trench with ease. A large room opened up before you. The room stood out with its finer decor, spiral floor tilting, and its many bookcases covering the walls. The southern corner of the room had a small doorway shrouded in darkness. The northern corridor was more dilapidated with its caved-in ceiling and all. Search the bookshelves. Most of the books that were still left had been growing mold for hundreds of years, but there's a handful of manuscripts that appear surprisingly new. Skin Bible. Salivan. You got Skin Bible. Salivan. I love skin. Love the skin you're in. And the skin you defend. Did you know Iron Maidens never existed? They were invented in the 18th century and passed down as ancient torture devices. Oh, wow. No, never knew that. The manuscripts all seem to be part of a bigger compilation, and you would have loved to have all of them with you, but you had a job to do. You couldn't burden yourself with too much extra luggage. A large room opened up before you, and the room stood out with its fine decor. Check the doorway? The torch slowly lit up the small room and revealed a wooden desk with drawers, a carpet from the eastern sanctuaries judging by its pattern, and a partly eaten corpse that seemed to be part of an archaeological expedition. Search the body. The corpse belonged to one of the adventurers who had delved there with the archaeological expedition, and what his outfit told, at least that's what his outfit told you. It was a traditional safari outfit that you had seen in movies. Someone or something had been chewing on the body, and there were human-like bite marks all over the torso and neck. You found tobacco, a blue vial, and prison keys after searching his pockets. Faint whining and moaning can be heard from the partially eaten archaeologist. The corpse had trouble getting back on its feet, but after a small stumble, he'd already turned his attention to you. Slowly, one step at a time, a ghoul approached you with its mouth stretched morally open. Unnaturally open. Cast hurting on it. You finish your chant and focus all your hatred and fury on the concentrated spot on the ghoul's left soft torso. Like a vortex, the energy tore the archaeologist's skin and rotten meat and left a gaping hole in their place. To your surprise, the ghoul kept on advancing towards you as if nothing had happened. You had never faced a living dead before, and it seemed like a traditional means of harm had very little impact on someone who felt no fear or pain. You backed away from the room, yet the ghoul kept following you. You cautiously hopped over the collapsed floor in the corridor leading up to the library. The creature was not agile and instead face-planted on the ground as it tripped into the rubble. The ghoul was waist-deep in the trench, unable to climb back up. Desperately, he tried reaching out for you with his blood-soaked hands, the whines and growls turning its agonized screeches into as it furiously tried to snatch at you. It looked like the creature was stuck. You figured you best just leave this area for now and explore elsewhere. You were at the foyer of the dungeons, and the hall was large. To your left was the lavatory. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh wait, the creature must have had your scent in his footsteps clearly close in at a rapid pace. You had to act fast. Shit, I didn't think I was gonna get attacked. I didn't, I advanced my dialogue faster than I should have. The corridor that opened up was a long one with multiple cell doors covering each side. At the end, there was a large bar sealing off the staircase. Only a rusty old lock stood in your way towards the deeper darkness. You heard the creature charge through the nearby torture chamber, knocking over iron maidens and crashing through tables and chairs in pursuit of you. All the doors were locked. Your torch barely lit any of the cells, so there was no telling what was inside of them. As you turned around, the torch revealed a hulking beast right next to you. By then, it was too late to react already. The beast grabbed you and violently snapped your neck like a twig. The last thing your eyes registered was the monster's pulsating appendage hanging between its legs, looking like it aroused the beast. Looks like your story ended before it even properly began. Wow. I died in my prologue. Wow. That's not the main game. That was just my backstory. Damn, dude. I'm gonna play somebody else. Like, holy shit. Near Automata moment. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna do the journalist. Fuck me. Game so hard you'll die in the prologue. The soothing sound of the rail tracks. You're not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your hands wander. You reminisce what has led you to this point in life. You were always a curious child. Your elder siblings and your nanny had kept you out of harm's way to the best of their abilities. Just a moment's lapse in their vigilance, and you'd be running behind a corner for one of your many misadventures. Your parents were always busy. They had very little time for you and your brothers. Instead, you were mostly raised by Dahlia, the nursemaid of the household, a tall woman in her 30s, originating from the Eastern sanctuaries. In your memories, she was alright, but something always felt off about her. Your parents were fresh aristocrats in the Brenman Empire. Despite being highly thought of, they were outsiders among the noble, for they had risen to power by their own means and thus didn't have strong roots among the other blue bloods of Bremen. They they proved out to be a problem when tensions within Bremen borders were rising, with different factions rising to prominence around the country. The situation looked bad for your family as you didn't have strong lineage to back you up, but when the time came to throw someone at the wolves to please the general public, the Sauer family was the first to go. Certain populist factions were able to agitate the common people to start riots, and a huge mob headed towards your family manor. In a hurry, your parents gave you to Dahlia's safekeeping and told her to leave the country. They would look for you when things had settled down. Or that's at least what Dahlia told you afterwards. You were still a bit young to remember properly, but you could have sworn that Dahlia never consulted your parents about your departure. In your memories, Dahlia just flat out kidnapped you. Whatever the case, you and Dahlia traveled to Jetea, the capital of the Eastern Sanctuaries, recently named Eastern Union after they joined forces with the Voronian Republic. The culture shock was quite drastic. You had never seen such poverty and such riches side by side in the street view. All the unfamiliar sounds and scents from spice vendors that circled your automobile. It was all too much for you as you were growing restless by the minute. Dahlia struggled to contain you as you opened the car door and jumped out of the moving vehicle. Convince the passerby that you've been kidnapped. You learn Persuade! Despite the language barrier, you managed to convince some of the people of your distress. Once Dahlia came following with her excuses, she had a lot of convincing to do to get the people to give you back to her. Dahlia tried to assure you that you had nothing to worry about, but once again she gave you the off feeling. You didn't know what it was, but you seemed to have a sixth sense when it came to judging people's character and honesty. But there was not much you could do. You were still considered just a child after all. So you ended up living with Dahlia in a rather decent-looking building. She was cashing checks to maintain your lifestyle. Dahlia's version of the truth was that your parents were looking after you by sending money, but you had a feeling that it was just ransom money Dahlia kept spending. It wasn't all bad though. Growing up in the Eastern Union gave you some perspective at the very least. The way the local authority oppressed the locals made you wary of those in power. In your teenage years, you started spending more time with various civil rights organizations that were active in Jetea. During one of the weekly protests, the local army decided to make an example of your group. Without mercy, the armored officers pummeled brutally those in the first rows of the demonstration. Grab a pistol from one of the officers and defend yourself. You got a Luger and 6 9mm bullets. You notice an unconscious army officer on the ground. You picked up his pistol in a hurry, pointed the gun at the opposing forces, and shot. This might just be a leftist game, lol. Yes, I think so. I think we've got a winner chicken dinner. This came out in December, by the way. You managed to hit one of the officers, but you only managed to shoot his thigh. In return, he answered your fire with fire and shot you in the abdomen. You fell down immediately. The pain was excruciating. You woke up in the hospital, and there were people from the Bremen embassy waiting for you to wake up. Apparently, the protests had gained some publicity and had noticed you on a television. You explained your situation to them, and they took you in their custody. Soon, you were already on the plane flight headed to Bremen. You returned to your mother and her new husband. The rioting mobs had burned down your family manor all those years ago, and your father had died during the unrest. You never heard of Dahlia again, but apparently she had indeed kidnapped you and were living off of ransom money your new stepfather had barely been able to put together. Your sixth sense seemed to be working as intended. Your turbulent life had left a mark in you, and you had trouble staying still for long. Instead of settling down properly, you became a journalist at a very young age. The situation in Bremen seemed very suspicious to you. A mysterious person only known as Kaiser was appointed the Chancellor of the Bremen Empire without any prior involvement in the country's politics. He had appeared seemingly out of nowhere and taken control of the whole country. Kaiser was partially responsible for what happened to your father, as it was him who had been riling up people against the nobility of the country. But it wasn't just that. You also got major off vibes from this person. That's why you dug deep to uncover his past. Nothing seemed to make sense though. There were connections between Kaiser and the so-called secret society called the New Gods, but that started to sound like a pretty conspiracy theory the more you read into it. A petty conspiracy theory the more you read into it. Still, your sixth sense was tingling. The New Gods were a group that had been talked about since the cruel ages of history. They were the typical secret society, controlling different nations from behind the curtain and puppeteering those seemingly in power. There were several people in modern global politics linked to this group. The more you investigated the subject, the more it started to look like this group was behind the last two great wars and had ravaged the world. Something big was definitely brewing in Europa. When Kaiser occupied Prehevel, the capital of Bohemia, only to shortly after make a truce with the Eastern Union, that's when your alarm bell started to ring loud. Something was definitely off. You decided to take off and travel to Bohemia yourself. With this long trip ahead of you, you had to prepare for the trip. What would you do? You managed to buy 5 9mm bullets and a fencing gambinson. Gambinson? You felt tense since the moment you embarked on this journey. Every fight you'd seen nightmares of horrors that would wait you in Prevel. Are they just dreams? You can't help but feel that there was more to the dreams than mere logic would dictate. Save your character history? Yes. No skip intro. Huh. That was the occultist. You feel like someone was watching you while you slept. A pile of suitcases has been left here without supervision. An old pamphlet. Doesn't appear to be anything interesting printed on it. I really like the sprites. Curly haired man. No answer. Mushrooms too. Yellow vial. Ornament lantern. Party talk. Check on your party. Talk can sometimes get you out of uncomfortable situations. Persuade. Persuade your opponents with greater intellect and wit. The effects vary between enemy and enemy depending on their persona. Use with talk skill. Run. Luger. Pilot jacket. With a firm grip, you cock the gun and switch the safety on and off. You remember his teachings. He told you how to wield this thing. You used to hate the mere idea behind firearms, but now you see them as the simple tools they really are. It is the humans behind the guns that disgust you now. All these suitcases, something feels off. This place, it's not the train anymore. You. I've been looking for you everywhere. Just where'd you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry we're in? I don't understand. The eyes of the janitor bulge from their sockets as his expression intensifies. No one expects you to, you stupid fucking human. You're just a stupid fucking human after all. Now get your ass back to the workbench. This is your last chance. Next time it's punishing time. Get busy, we have a tight deadline. If you don't make it, I'll have to get the next batch of cubes out of your back skin. What you googling at? There's nothing to see here, eyes on the cubes. Work or I'll rip those eyes out of your pretty face. Use directional keys to assemble cubes. The girl in pink is trying to get your attention. Where do you think you're going? Ah. Row, row, row. Run. The party tries to escape. Your head hurts. You feel like you're losing your mind. Ah, there you are. A mysterious person greets you in a monotone voice. And got you pulled out from that nasty place. You were going deep into that rabbit hole. Now you are safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon. Welcome to the Moon Tower. Is this a nightmare? Oh, it hardly is a nightmare. You just need to adjust your perspective accordingly, and it will be anything but a nightmare. Since our words cannot possibly reach my master, I speak in his behalf. And who might my master be? Well, for now, let's say that the he is the delinquent one. Rare, the trickster moon god. And me? You may call me Perkley. I am just a humble servant of his celestial majesty. You are the dreamer. He is the dream. My master has invited 14 of you to join in on this jubilee of cosmic proportions. 14 candidates, but only one true victor. The festival of Termina is upon us. What's the festival of Termina? It is a festival to give you, the humans, a peek to gander, and a chance to reach for illustrious heights. The festival to end all festivals. This must be very confusing to you. I won't burden you with any more information at this very moment. Just head towards the tower. That is all you need to know for now. I will gladly answer questions once you get there. But until then, let's meet again under the moonlight. You wake up suddenly. Wait, was it all just a dream? The train seems to have stopped. Wakes up with gun in hand. Maybe not have gun out. Sun's out, gun's out. But the sun's not out. It's very foggy outside, actually. These seats are perfectly suited for resting. You just need to clear out all the papers out of the way first. You find a combat manual and a preview map. These seats look wide enough to take a seat. Rest for a bit. You should probably check your surroundings first. The man in the suit is talking to himself. He seems to be completely lost in his own thoughts. I'm already late. So late. Empty suitcase. There's some lone socks inside. So that must be the best course of action for now. You interrupt the discussion. Oh, the pretty lady got up. Just what's going on here? Good question. We're puzzled about the situation too. The train left us all here at the outskirts of the city. All the train personnel, everyone gone, no explanation. It's got nothing to do with the war, does it? Not that I'm aware of. It's been dead silent since we got outside. So just because it's silent doesn't mean there's no army around. Like I said, at least I'm not aware of there being any army presence. You're free to check the surroundings yourself too. In any case, we decided to stay and wait here for a while. Someone has to come for the train sooner or later. So if you're not in a hurry, I recommend just taking a seat inside and maybe try and relax. Maybe we can introduce ourselves. My name is Maria. My name is Marnia. My name is Oliva. Is Olivia. Lovely to meet you all. You can call me August. Hey, I'm Henrik. If you need any help with anything, let me know. And this missing gentleman over here is Osa. It was Osa, right? Silly man. I'm pretty sure it was. We were the first to wake up. Before you came out, we were talking about this. Do you happen to see a particular nightmare before waking up? As a matter of fact, I did. Everyone saw the same dream, like the exact same. The moon, the girl in the pink dress, the festival of Termina. It all felt too real to pass off as just a dream. You don't say. I was just saying that it must have been a premonition of some kind. The moon and the servant dude that wanted to inform us of something important. Too bad the dream ended just before he got to the juicy bits. A premonition. Like a fortune telling? I guess you could put it like that. Pff, that's absurd. You can't really believe superstitious crap like that. Well, let's hear your theory out then. I don't know, maybe everyone here was in a stupor after waking up. You guys started to babble about this stuff right away, so I just thought you had the same dream. Now that I think about it, I'm not so convinced I saw the dream anymore. You saw a dream, you said it before. No backpedaling here. You really did say so. It's my word, I can backpedal all I want. I say it was nothing. We should just move on. Whatever. I also had an idea, but it's a little grim. Never mind. Never mind, I said anything. It's stupid. Grim. Now you've got me curious. Well, everything has this surreal quality to it. It's almost as if we were still in a dream. What if the train crashed and we all died? What if we're experiencing the afterlife or purgatory? Or maybe our subconscious is going through our lives, like our lives flashing before our eyes before the darkness? Yeah, maybe. I know I shouldn't have said anything. Forget it, please. Don't worry, I like where your head's at. I doubt that's the case, though. I don't know about you, but I feel pretty alive. I say the Bremen army tested hallucinogens on us. Oh, that sounds interesting. Bremen army? Huh. Shouldn't the war be over already? I've seen similar cases before. I'm a journalist, you see. Sounds like a poor conspiracy theory to me. I've seen my fair share of hallucinogens as a doctor, and I can tell you from first-hand experience that there's no known chemicals that can create visions that vivid. And I've dropped 5 tabs of acid at once. As a journalist, I hope you can do a little bit more research before writing those thoughts down. How about sharing your theory instead of criticizing mine? Ooh, I can have a silver fucking tongue. We should spend the afternoon guessing what's going on. We could spend the rest of the afternoon guessing what's going on. Or we could spend the rest of the afternoon guessing what's going on, but we wouldn't get any wiser. I agree with Henrik in that we should just move on. I need to be going anyway. Which way is the city? Look up there. Oh! Whoa. Thank you for using your Prime sub. Whoa. Yummy subby. Oh, also hi Issy. Perfect chance to drink water, and maybe coffee. It's not so bad. Ugh. My coffee doesn't taste so good because it's old. You look up there, over the forest top. You see the tower standing erect in the mist. That tower marks the center of Prevel. You can hike through the forest to get there. It's not that far. If I see anyone, I'll let them know you guys are waiting here. Have fun. You know where to find us if anything comes up. What are you going to do? Wait here, I guess? I'm not in a hurry. Day 1. Monologue with the moon. The sleepy one. What's your story? My story? You gotta be more specific. I'm too complicated for just a few lines of dialogue. Are you going to stay and wait here? Probably not. I'll be heading towards the town soon if nothing happens here. What are you doing? Just felt a little artistic. Actually, I hate drawing. I'm really bad at it. Luckily, ritual circles don't require the same skills. What brings you here? It's my hometown. I'm originally from Prevel. But I never admitted in a conversation that I was from such a depressing and godforsaken small town. So you'll only make yourself look stupid if you go spreading the word. Where are you returning from? From studies. I've been studying occultism for about 6 years in the Vatican City. Feeling like slitting my wrists right about now, though. I'm not exactly a fan of Prevelian melancholy. What is it that you want? What do you think about the dream? It is interesting. What about you? What do you think of it? It was sinister. Very left-handed. Yes, I can see that. Sometimes a mere gut feeling is enough to go by. What business do you have here? Do you think I could have come here for the festival? You know what the festival is? I know about it. The secrets are painted on the wall, clear as day. Not as clear as prevailing day, of course. It's quite misty here today. Maybe there's some wisdom in that too. I need to write that down. Oh, hi. We weren't introduced before. I'm Abella. Nice to meet you. I'm a bit busy right now. I'm trying to check if I can get the train working in working order again. It's just that the train stopped, but for some reason it won't start up either. What are you doing? Just checking up on things. He doesn't seem to be interested in small talk. My story is none of your concern. Besides, I do not wish to bore you with such tedious and dragged out stories. Your colorful attire got my attention. It is the traditional wear of my kind. I'm a yellow mage. What? As much of a magician as a child playing with a toy rifle is to a great war veteran. That's impressive. It's not impressive, it should be scary. It's dangerous beyond your wildest nightmares. Do not talk lightly about things you do not understand. I wouldn't want to be rude. What is it that you want? I recognize the clothing. You were not as known to the public as you once were. What's your name? My name is Osa. Then again, the army barricades might just suggest that there's something to that crazy theory of hers. Nah, something doesn't seem right here. Crazy talk. What do you plan to do? I'll probably just head out too. There's no telling how long it takes for someone to come up for the train. Besides, the city is right around the corner. I think I should get inside. The mist is creeping me out. This forest creeps me out. Oh, I think the forest bed here is very fascinating. There seems to be all kinds of medical herbs growing here. Can you talk about the dream? Yes, of course. What do you think about the dream? It was just a regular nightmare. That we all saw? How does that work? There's something more. Ah, never mind. Would you look at that behind? Are you are you dead serious? If you keep that up, I'll come up with a better use for this wrench. How about making yourself useful? Maybe I'll do just that. Just wait and see, Ginger. Yes, go make me proud. Oh hey, I'm a bit busy right now. Oh hey. It's a good question, honestly. I don't think anyone is coming here anytime soon. That's private. Man's gotta keep at least some of his secrets. The name's Henrik, 32. A chief, single. A chef, single. My zodiac sign? Suffocated soul. What else? Let's see. What else? I'm sticking to my bullshit theory. It was just a dream. Everyone's making a fuzz from nothing. Nice day, isn't it? What brings you here? Ah, nothing much. A twist of fate, perhaps? I'm just passing through. A bit foggy. True enough. But it is peaceful in its own right, don't you think? I agree. Alright, I guess I'll get going. Hello, Dark Raccoon. How are you? Is your day filled with more happiness or sadness today? A worn out bed full of dirty dishes. Sleeping here is the last thing on your mind. You search the box for anything useful. You find an ornamental lantern. You search the barrel for anything useful. You found red herb. Dried meat. Beer. Blue herb. Wow, I wonder if that cures poison. Aw, all that lavender. Guess there's not a big use for it. You're not entirely sure what this plant is. Is it poisonous or not? Maybe it's better to leave it be. No, I just started Termina. I have not been playing this for 16 hours. That would be sick. We played a lot of stuff today. The mist slowly creeps up from the deeper woods. A hacked off leg. What is that? What on earth is going on? They're dead. Empty bucket. It's been gathering rainwater here. They're dead. This is horrible. Should we report this? Should we report this to someone? The local police? Now that I had left a screen away, some of the people went back in the train. Might be more dialogue here now. I played this off stream multiple times and haven't actually made it to the city yet. Let's see who stayed. The sleepy one. What's that circle over there? Oh, it's a little something I carved out of boredom, leaving my mark on the train. Just a normal Monday in the life of a vandal. Actually, it's the perfection circle. It's used to worship certain older gods. It might come in handy if you know what to do with it. Now this left for the city. I guess they grew tired of waiting. The doc said that he'd get some help here as soon as possible. You decided to stay on the train as well? Just came to check up on you. Oh, what? That's so sweet. We got in after the mist got thicker. I don't mind waiting just for a little while longer. Actually, there's a reason why I can't leave the train. I have a condition where my legs don't function properly. I'll spare you the details, but suffice to say, it makes the situation we're in even more troublesome. What condition is it? I don't really care to talk about it too much. My legs just barely function, that's all. I wasn't born this way though. I was 15 when I had a stroke caused by an abnormality around my spinal cord. Doctors did the best they could do, but no operation really helped. Can't talk to the botzer, who's asleep. Oh. There is a run button. And stamina. Okay, that's how I do it on a controller. Huh. You cannot run with gun out. Well, good to know. Maiden Woods prevail, Old Town. You're not entirely sure what this plan is. Today I learned that what I think is a Nets patch of Power Wash Simulator. The mist slowly creeps into the deeper woods. I think they're gonna let you clean Cloud's bike. It's gonna be the Midgar special pack. They got Tomb Raider Mansion and now they're getting Cloud's bike. Oh, that's super cool. Well, nope, nope, nope. Termina is upon us. There's a long go here. It seems to be minding its own business, completely ignoring your presence. Pet it. You pet its head. Absolutely no reaction. Its glassy eyes stare straight through you. It almost feels like the goat thinks so highly of itself that it doesn't need to acknowledge you. Investigate. The ghost stares into the distance with its glassy eyes. On the first glance, the creature seems harmless, but upon further investigating it, you are met with feelings of great dread. You can't really explain why that is. This gives me Resident Evil 4 vibes out the ass. Dust slowly falls in the rays of light. I know there's some way to add the goat to your party. I don't know how, I don't know who, I don't know what. You find glass shards. The cupboards contain everyday tableware. There wasn't any very useful they aren't very useful for this situation. Oh well, this is kind of a big house. If you feel too frustrated, feel free to ask for tips. Thank you. There doesn't appear to be any electricity, so television remains dark. Lavender. Oh, I found lavender. Huh. Oh, that's how I get through. The basement seems to be heavily locked up with a specific key. Investigate. The chains are set really tight. Whatever's inside was meant to stay there. No sounds coming from down there. Okay. Hello, neighbor, but better. There's a long candle here. Mold is growing on the painting, concealing the person on the portrait. Random junk around the table. Looks like someone has stayed here recently. The suitcase is empty. The bed looks dirty and smells bad. Dirty dishes on the table. There's a crucifix of Almir on the wall. I guess I picked something up, but I went too fast. That's why I can't, okay, because I shoot. It's like, well, what happens if I press the run button? Shoots. Feel like I'm playing Resident Evil all over again. Hello neighbor, but with penis. If you try to use Lucky Coin for chests with the gun out, you also accidentally shoot. Oh gosh. Thank you for that. Nothing to see here, just a dead animal. Carcass. Fuck! Mysterious beach approaches you with saliva dripping from its gaping mouth. The creature seems to be in hunting mode. The words are in vain. The beast clearly is out for blood. Run. The party tries to escape. And immediately is fighting again. Ah! Okay. Fuck. Front paws. Headless panting. Back paws. Black vomit. Hate that. The vomit burns. Headless torso. In Kermit voice.
Termina!
Wait. I can't do a Kermit voice.
Termina is upon us. I shall win and become a new god. I shall be both the Father and the Son ruling the galaxy.
I mean, fuck it. You missed. I have barely any bullets left. Body heal. Mind. One of the more iconic toadstool recipes. It's relatively mild poison, is well known even by small children. Lavender petals give off a lovely scent. The scent soothes you and dilutes your fears. Mind is drinky or smoke with pipe. I need something for this fucking poison. Lavender. You can pick up many plants from the ground. Lavender is purple tufts. Green is a green herb or white with green leaves. Let me search these bodies. Search. Nothing of worth. Search. Nothing of worth. You hear distant screams and ramblings. You are not alone. Red herb. I gotta find white vial quick because I have literally died from poison before. Blade Ritual Crucifix. They used to have these in the olden times, but never seen one in person. The sight and smell of the sacrificed corpses is repulsive. You feel like throwing up. Moldy bread. Egg. Matches. Ornamental lantern. Rotten meat. Starting to feel hungry. Force the gate open. The gate is too strong for me. Do not challenge the gate. Simple lantern with ornamental decorations can be used to throw at enemies for a small fire attack. Oh, obviously in the middle of battle. The door is locked. Seems like someone has tried to force it open and open the lock mechanism, and is busted because of that. Barrel feels heavy, but you can't get the cork open. Open. A smell of rot strikes immediately upon opening the hatch. Oh, it's you. We met already at the train. What do we have here? I found this hatch. A hatch in the middle of nowhere. Seems a bit suspicious now. Interesting at the very least. How about we hop in and see what's under there? You have to be at least a little bit curious. Let's check it out. That's the spirit. Wow, this place is incredible. I hear the Eastern Union had big underground networks around Prehevel. I wasn't expecting this. What were these tunnels used for? I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of these tunnels exactly was, but they must have something to do with the position of this place. Prehevel and Bohemia in general is placed in a rather strategic position. It's in the middle of many powerful countries. What they were building here, I have no idea, but many forces wanted to get their hands on this place. How about we continue deeper? You don't get to say a word, but I'll be traveling with you for a while now. Oh, sure, I guess. You can also push blue botas like a Pokemon using strength. Oh, okay. There's no power in this panel. You don't really understand what's used for anyway. Meets a cute girl, immediately gives her my jacket. Oh wait, no. I'm slowly dying of poison. Duct tape. Vial of oil. Are you sure poison can't kill? I know I've died from a status ailment outside of battle. I could have sworn it was poison, though I could be wrong. A formal hat. There's a sweat stain circling the insides of the hat. Hey, that kind of looks like a... Don't like that shit. The door won't open. There's an electronic lock here, but no electricity operated. Oh, fuck. Needles gives you a giggle. Torso. Left leg. Needle whip. Mystery injection. Ornamental lantern. Ornamental lantern. Heads. You die as a syringe of needles. Fuck your torso and your leg. Please die. Karen is out of ammo, so she continues unarmed. Karen's party was defeated. Have you read the combat manual? You feel an injection needle on your neck. Your head hurts. Your body feels a little slow as it's recovering from paralysis. I'm not dead? You find a chain tied to your ankle. Not a big fan of this! What's that? You had a massive orgasm and passed out! Oh, you fuck. You can't make this shit up. Oh, fuck. I just... Wow. Well, that's one character who just died with me. Plus Ultra! I know you're supposed to attack limbs to make them, like, go down and stuff. I read the combat manual a little while ago. Not on stream, but, like, before? The thing was, I thought I was doing enough damage and, like, shot the fucker in the chest enough that they would have gone down. I should have concentrated on both the legs first. Like I did with the dogs before. Saw blade. This sucks. Rev 3 gives double attacks. You need to use all three on the same turn. Oh. I see. A bottle of beer. An egg. A reek of death emanates from all the lone alleyways. Nothing left. The person is barely alive. You can hear a death rattle coming from them. They're dead now. You find a severed arm and leg! A bowl of blood, it's all dried up. Oh my god. Found a carrot. Egg. Wheat flour. Meat pie. Wheat flour. I'm gonna say, if I run into another enemy, I might be fucked. Whew. So did that doctor give me like an aphrodisiac or something? Or was the orgasm unrelated? I guess I got bigger problems to worry about, but it was just in my mind. I didn't pick it up. Nope, I did not pick up the green herb. I don't think I can tell them how shitty the world is right now. Rest for a bit, though. Oh shit, wait, what? Oh, the salaryman died. Welcome back. Seems you are very much acquainted with your fellow contestants already. Very delightful to see such progress already. Keep up the pace, the festival won't last forever. Just what's going on? Since the 12 of you were in such late additions to the party, your days are running short. The festival will be in its climax in just 3 days. That's how much time you have. Use it wisely. What happens in 3 days? My master has a short attention span. If any of the other 13 contestants are still around when midnight hits on the third day, well, I guess you'll just have to wait and see. However, it's not advised you wait until then. Do you mean I have to kill the other contestants? What you do and what you don't is entirely up to you, of course. Do you want to kill your fellow contestants? But enough about that. Let us proceed to the services I can provide. How may I aid you in your quest? The Hetson? I can learn different skills? Wow. Didn't know this game had a skill tree. This game is so fucking hard already. Thanks for telling me about Rev and stuff, though. Gosh. There are 12 souls left, and so the 14 are no more. Splendid. And thus, it is only the first day of the festival for you. Could we actually have one with potential in our hands? Head to the tower, let the blood spill. As 14 is reduced to 1, so opens the gate to the court of Rare. I see. Oh, resting didn't even heal me. Green herb. There we go. Thank you. From morning to evening to night to morning. Okay. So it doesn't immediately go into the next day. I wonder how the salaryman died. Wonder if I'll find his body. This is like fucking pathologic. Like, holy shit. Pretty much getting anywhere is hard. The salary man? I didn't see how the salary man died. I was talking to him. Oh, hey, Toby. Green herb. What were you streaming? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. This is the Flip Out Entertainment System. I'm having a spooky old time. This is a really intense game. The trigger warnings are really intense. Just be warned. Definitely not safe for work. And not exactly safe for little space either. I can't wait to eviscerate my enemies. In self-defense, of course. At least I'm not poisoned anymore. There is an occasional penis, but it's very toned down compared to the first one. The first penis or the first game? The descriptions are more fucked up than like the graphics itself. I won't even acknowledge that door. Weird. The first game had permanent debuff, severe anal bleeding, and could impregnate corpses to create a party member. What the fuck? I don't have a coin, so I can't open that. Wow, I didn't find anything in here. Montify, you must know a lot about this game. You must be a big fan of the series. And I just came out the same way. But that might be okay. That is not an open door. Talk. Breathe, breathe. You try talking to the masked man, but his words are muffled by the gas mask. I interpreted your business, I get it. How can I repay it? Breathe, breathe. It sounds as if the vial is laughing behind his gas mask. He drops his guard in arrogance. And kills me with pesticide. Oh my god. Karen was defeated. I shouldn't have saved over. I should start a new one. Damn, that was fucking mental. Okay, experimental with different characters. Levi. Hunger, my mode. The soothing sound of the rail tracks. The soothing sound of the rail tracks. You are not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander. You reminisce on what has led you to this point in life. Prehevel, it's your hometown. Even if it has a tainted past painted all around its narrow alleyways. The painful memories would start from that one night. Your parents were arguing downstairs. The argument would heat up, like always, and it would turn into a fight. Your mother charged inside your room in desperation. She locked the door and pushed it with all her might. First, the odor of old vodka carried over to your room. Then you heard your father's heavy footsteps walk up the stairs. Your father started bashing down the door. Stand up against your father. Fuck this guy. Your efforts don't matter much before the drunken stupor of your father. It did raise your maximum bodily resilience though, because you got your ass kicked. Sorry, I got my ass kicked. Oh, Levi misses a lot? Oh, I see. With your mother gone and your father drinking in the gutter, you were taken into the Prehevel orphanage. The place treated children awfully, and all kinds of rumors circulated on why kids would disappear occasionally without a trace. You couldn't wait to get out of there as soon as possible. Unfortunately, your wishes were answered sooner than you could have guessed. With the Second Great War started, the Eastern Union recruited every able-bodied person, no matter the age, to fight for the motherland. You were only 13 at the time, but still they dragged you with them. What kind of weaponry did you specialize in? Trench guns. You got a 12-gauge trench gun and 3 12-gauge shells. You excelled in the battlefield despite your age. However, you grew bitter as you saw younger and younger kids being recruited and killed as the war dragged on. By this time, you were already responsible for your own squad of child soldiers. You were given a mission meant for expendables, one that would be a guaranteed suicide mission. You're already growing tired of the haphazard way of distributing troops, and the general morale of the Eastern Union Army was starting to show its cracks. Take the mission and fulfill your duty. You saw the mission despite impossible odds. This increased your proficiency in your branch of weaponry. You learned Executioner. Unfortunately, the mission had its toll on you as well. Your psyche couldn't handle all the losses on the battlefield. You had to take opioids to ease the pain. You formed an addiction! Da-na-na-na! Oh. Oh. Real. Oh, fuck. You got heroin and withdrawal symptoms. Fuck. Fuck this! Fuck this right now! You couldn't stand up for any longer and became a deserter. The Eastern Union wouldn't forgive such crimes. You had to pack up wisely for your escape. Oh shit. You managed to find two 12-gauge shells. How long has it been? Feels like a lifetime since you left town. It's not a place anyone will want to return to, but when you got no other place in the world, you're left with no other options. Save your character history. Fucking Christ. Fucking Christ. If you lose to needles, get orgasm, and lose addiction. It's like, oh yeah, I don't have an addiction anymore. I just have a kink. You feel like someone was watching you while you slept. $5. 2 shillings. Man, this playthrough is about to be wild. Cloth fragment. A powerful gun with a serious kick fires a number of small pellets that stop even larger foes. Shooting the field with shift. What am I supposed to do? What you're supposed to do is assemble new cubes, of course. As for now, figure it out yourself. If you're not capable of that much, you're beyond hope, and useless in every sense of the word. What you Googling at? There's nothing to see here, eyes on the cubes. Work or I'll rip those eyes out of your pretty face. Oh, he's talking to her when he says that. Nothing a nice coom can't cure. Meth, not even once. But heroin, maybe once. Then go have sex in a bunker. The girl in pink is trying to catch your attention. I thought she was the occult girl at first. Where do you think you're going? Away from your ass! Goodbye! Yeet myself from your presence. Well, if I like it when my head goes hurty. The way you said coom made me think of fucking Cyberpunk and Choom. Ah, there you are. Thank you. Since your words cannot possibly reach my master, I speak in his behalf. Chrysler Bandicoot. You just head towards the tower. That's all you need to know. Just wake up. Just wake up. Just wake up. Are my glasses just dirty as hell? Is that why I keep losing tracking? I don't understand. You wake up suddenly. Was all just a dream? The train seems to have stopped. The way he runs is full of fear and purpose. You interrupt the discussion. Oh, the pale, sleepy one. What? I need to get going, sorry. Oh? Day one! He's wearing moccasins and thinks he's Asmon Gold. Good afternoon. I'm Kita Tanaka. Good to make your acquaintance. It's really troublesome. What has come of our train trip? I'm not entirely certain on what to do. I have some urgent business in the city. Should I go on foot or wait for the train to continue? Then maybe I will wait for the train. Oh, hi. We were introduced before. I'm Bella. Nice to meet you. I'm a bit busy right now. I'm trying to check to see if I can put the train in working order. Just checking up on things. What is it? Were you heading to the city? That's right. I'm going alone if that's what you're about to ask. Slowly. Slowly the mist. You check the functionality of the trench gun without even thinking about it. Your old habits are kicking in. The gun creates a familiar feeling of safety. You wonder if you'll ever be able to leave the past behind. What is it? Where are you going? I'd rather not make acquaintances right now. I spent enough time loitering around. Modified, thanks for following. Your future will be filled with happiness and sadness. As I'm sure you must have realized at some point. But considering you're such a fan of this game series, you probably are totally okay with that. Hey, I got a go hoof. Death, rattle, end. It's called Mercy. So many shillings. Meat pie. Vegetable pie. The two genders. Obviously. Horror is my staple food. Mood. It burns. Cold. What's going on here? The moon scorched this land. It scorched us too. Moon scorched. I know that's a status affliction at some point in the game. Okay, so that always leads there. That's good to know. I mean, I didn't mean to kill them, they just got caught in the crossfire. Damn! It's like I never left Chicago. Ah, yes, my favorite game. Ohio Simulator. A wall of severed heads. The heads seem to be of varying states of rot. The earliest heads look several weeks old, while the most recent ones seem to be freshly cut. The dark corner of the unwanted and the undesired, where they dumped the disease, stillborn and now the moon scorched. Welcome, O fresh one, welcome to the shit pit of Prevel. Nice decorations you got there. Under the ever-watching eye of the dead. I want more, though. I want the one who swiped left on this town. The woodsman. Then I want the one who condemned us down here. The filthy priest. I'll see what I can do. Show no remorse, let their blood flow. So a trench gun can two-shot anyone. Oh, really? Whoa. Shotgun shell. Just one, though? Highly addictive, pain medication. The high creates an euphoric effect, but the withdrawal symptoms are severe. I'm already in withdrawal. The injection made Levi numb from all pain and horror. Ah! Well, at least I'm numb from all pain and horror. Awkward as hell. It's you. Just what the hell is going on here? Something very bad. The locals, did you get attacked too? Yes. I'm just glad I took my pistol with me. This scoop just got a little bit bigger. I have to be careful what I wish for in the future. What do you know about this scoop? I have my connections to different organizations and groups. One of the resistance groups against the Bremen army tipped me that something was about to go down in Prevel. Apparently, there's a very specific reason why Bremen army occupied this area. I wasn't informed about anything else really. I can't believe I wasn't even warned about this place. That guy will have hell to pay once I get back to civilization. I was, but I'm not sure what to do now. My guess is that the city won't be that much better either. We don't do anything. I work alone. I have a scoop to investigate. Now the stakes just got a little higher, that's all. You're still just focused on that? Hey, I wouldn't get anything done if I ran back home with my tail between my legs every time things escalated. This is nothing. I've seen way worse. Are you worried about me or yourself? I'm sorry, but you'd probably be a lot safer if you just returned to the train. Wardrobe doesn't even have anything useful in it. Ah! Wait, for real? The third man raises his rifle and clearly tries to take aim on you. The situation got dangerous all of a sudden. I'm ready to defend myself, just so you know. The words are in vain. The man has his iron sights on you. Aiming wildly, huh? There goes the other leg. Now we're the same. Rev up. Rev up. Arms. Levi's out of ammo, so he continues unarmed. Head. You see some bulging in the corpse's pocket. Soldier's diary. Might as well read it before I meet my ultimate end. What backwater parts these dark corners of the earth really are. When I heard about this assignment, I figured the city of Prevail was at least decent sized and there would surely be some entertainment to be had with the local dancers and street girls. But alas, I'm not too keen on getting that comfy with the locals after sightseeing the city a bit. Frankly, I'm baffled at how a city of this size has managed to stay so isolated from the neighboring influences in modern times. The Preheval folk still hold on tightly to their religious rites, as old as the Fellowship itself. The human sacrifices creep me out in this day and age. Even if I've seen the horrors of war, the crucifixes set around the city managed to send a chill down my spine. Fuck me. Don't like that. You jump over the bear trap. Yes. Didn't know that would happen, but I'm glad it did. Oh, 2 hits, huh? Fuck, I gotta go for the head. Woo! Now your ass on the ground here with me. I got the sickle. Majora Ushiro, thank you for following. Your future will be filled with happiness and sadness. But that just makes it all the more worth it. Some leftovers. Rotten meat. As much as it's tempting to just go to bed in that dirty, dirty bed. Oh, wait, is this a ladder? Wonder how bad of an idea this is. Huh? There's a ritual circle here. Bayonet. I don't have any ammo though. Damn it, I need more heroin! You find occult grimoires. Altar the new god. So appease the one sitting at the grand hall, you must put forth a worthy offering. I don't think there's any heroin down here. The arm? I mean, I guess that's an option. Nope, I have nothing worthy to offer the gods. Apparently I don't have any... Oh, body bag. Oh no, I ate it! Damn, I was thinking with Resident Evil 7 logic. The fucked up part is I ate it and I had other shit in my inventory I could have ate. That's the truly deep and troubling part. I don't know how I combine. Do love me some shotgun shells. Oh, these are gate. Fuck. It's wild that the farthest I've gotten in this game has been without legs. And unfortunately, unlike if I was actually playing Resident Evil, actually I'll save the one fucking bullet. I'll save the one fucking bullet. I was like, I shouldn't even think about saving my bullet. But it's like, the one shot might come in handy. And it's better to like see if I can have it for a rainy day instead of just using it immediately. Vials and bottles seem to contain detergent and washing agent. They're of no use to you. You check the bookshelf for anything interesting. You find a newspaper article. Alchemia. Mahavre. And it's nice to not be poisoned or bleeding out right now. Kaiser Krisk. The Last Frontier, Chapter 1. Kaiser's Rise to Power. Pile of books, they seem to be in bad shape. Could this possibly be a throwaway pile? 17th century poetry left open. The language has changed a great deal since then, and you don't bother seeing the effort right now. I guess while I'm here lying on my belly. Oh, I can craft stuff now. Yellow vial. Might be edible. I have one lucky coin. Rusty bone saw. You can only imagine the cruelty this saw has seen. Effective against infections. A lot less hungry. Kaiser Critique. The Midnight Gazette, September 17th, 1942. The formation of the Marching Men of the Knight's Day marked the day Europa officially jumped the shark. There are conflicting stories as to whether the Bremen army was truly succumbed to the horrors of the rumors spoke of. But it is clear as day that something vile is brewing under the black and yellow banner of the Kaiser Bremen. Especially the campaigns that took place in the area of Bohemia. Kaiser pursued this area with such vigor that is without question his endgame. It is hardly a coincidence that Kaiser is opening up the talks of the peace treaty right after his Brenman pig occupied Prevel, the capital of Bohemia. The Kingdom of Rodden and the Allied forces suspect that this whole Brenman ambition is directly linked to the advanced electronic network experiments the Eastern Union has been conducting in the area. It is beyond me how the masses fail to see through these plans. Instead, they give credence to the Kaiser's madness and place more trust in his pervasions than logic. There are no rational answers to the irrational ideologies that Kaiser brings to the table. An article written by Karen Sauer. Nice soundscape. The Midnight Gazette, January 31st, 1936. Appointment of Kaiser as Brennan Chancellor has been made official today. In approximately 14 years, Kaiser was brought into being the greatest popular movement Bremen has ever seen. In fact, one of the greatest in history reigns. This mysterious man who seems to remain in secrecy under his now trademark hood rose to popularity seemingly out of nowhere. But just witnessing him giving one of his famous speeches to masses makes it very obvious why the high and low class fell under his charms. Kaiser's energy is a sight to behold. In a short amount of time, Kaiser has managed to unite the Midwestern nations under the flag of Bremen. He formed the special troops, the marching men of the Knight's Day, which effectively have been expanding the Bremen reign at a rapid rate. A rate that has made the leaders of the Eastern Union worried. Where these turns take the world cannot be overseen. His acts can very well be described as vile and monstrous, but only future history can tell if the means justify the ends. The intermediate level of alchemy, Alchemilia Volume 2. The effects of different color alchemical substances are listed here. Yellow plus oil, highly flammable. Blue plus fly antenna, antidote for poison. Golden Sheratel plus golden Sheratel, nutritional liquid. It's no heroin. White vial, nice. From afar, the statue looked convincing and nice, but upon a closer look, it's pretty crude. Give me a break. Michelangelo is a party dude. Hey, I found glass shards by crawling over them. Some clean equipment in the store here. No use to me. Red herb. 6 shillings. Now if I can just find someone who, wants money. For Amir's sake! You startled me. Don't go sneaking up on me like that, kid. Now, if you'll excuse me. Just walk right over me. Just right over me, huh? Turnip, lavender, 2 shillings. Beer. His eyes are darting around the ceiling. He is seemingly distressed. Are you okay? Can't you hear that? I can hear a clock, but I don't see a goddamn thing. I can smell rosemary and garlic. I'm starving. He's got a crazy expression on his face. You notice his eyes gazing right through you. Snap out of it! Oh. Oh! Sorry about that. I don't know what got into me. First, I was just lost in my own thoughts. And that's those thoughts consumed me. There's something wrong about this place. I came here to find something to eat. Not just for me, of course. Food for the people on the train. I figured there could be a way of helping everyone in this situation. You saw all the food at the dinner table? This used to be the mayor's manor. He must have stashed all the food somewhere. Help me find the food storage and we'll be out of here. You have any idea where the food storage could be? No idea. Let me know if you find anything. Oh my god, this fucking guy. I'll have to deal with that when I come back up. Manor key. Tails. Found the sickle. I already had a sickle though. The sickle at home. How'd you get here? It's dangerous outside. The same way you got here. What kind of question is that? But you're right, it is dangerous. What the hell is wrong with the people of this godforsaken place? Are you feeling alright now? I'm okay, don't worry. I got my focus back, baby. I just want you to join me so I don't have to fight things alone, I swear. Manor key. What manner of rotten beast? I got bullets for a gun I don't have. Rusty pipe. Looks like someone was violently vomiting their guts out here and missed the tray. That's at least what it looks like. A pile of random books, none of them catch your interest. Skim Bible, chapter of God of Fear and Hunger. The God of Fear and Hunger. There are popular texts that tell the stories of a false god and a chosen human joining together in the darkest and the wettest of dreams. Okay, orgasms. Got it. The forgotten and long dormant god of the depths perished that night. Only an elder god never truly perishes. Instead, the god of fear and hunger planted its roots and started to grow her influence on the surface world. The scheming false deity had hoped her daughter would be the light of mankind. Only true darkness does not breed light. The god of fear and hunger was a pure child, a blank slate birthed in the darkest pits of human creation. That is where she grew. That is all she knew. She was the pure representation of fear and hunger, not spoiled by even a glimmer of hope. Mankind had seen its share of stagnation and suffering up to that point. To rise from these perilous pits, growing pains were necessary. Progress comes at a price. Fear motivated people, while hunger kept them moving forward. People cherished their hardships and drew inspiration from it. They learned from it. What followed was advancement the mankind had not seen since the Forgotten Ages. The dark fumes that rise from the pipes of the modern cities are direct consequences of this era, an era that came to be known as the Cruel Age. The mark of fear and hunger rises with the agility of its wielder. The text includes the sigil of fear and hunger and the instructions on how to use it. That's not food. Or heroin. Got some chalk for Susie. Fear is getting a hold of you. Suicide is always an option! Wow. Wow. They're worse facing death. Sometimes it's good to go on your own terms. Advanced use of trench guns. You're able to execute a stun enemy by shooting it again on the field. God. A basket full of potatoes and lettuce. They are no use without cooking. This must be a food storage of the old town. Now I can go back to that guy. Those are not the stairs I came down. It's better to leave the way I came. This game is fucking intense. The game just whispers, suicide is always an option. Time for stretchies! God, I thought he was an enemy. I found the food storage. You did? Lead the way. Jackpot, this is it. All this stuff is the famous Bohemian truffle. The mayor must have gathered all this together when shit hit the fan. You could barricade yourself in here for months with such goodies around. I'll pick up the ingredients for a great dinner. For how many people? Maybe 14 just in case, yeah. Hey, I also found something interesting. Maybe you'll find use for these. You got sewer keys. I figure you could get to the city with these. In any case, I'll see you back in the train in a minute. Don't forget to join the dinner. Please teleport me. I don't know yet. I need to browse the selection first. Damn, I actually have to get back to the train. I really like my odds impossible. Don't you? Yeah, I'm still not opening that fucking refrigerator. I kind of wanted to, but then I realized. Fuck that. Some dried up light mucus on the bottom of the barrel. It's stuck there. Can't seem to scrape it off. That one's locked from the other side. I guess I can only be so lucky. It's hard to make sure the cause of death. There's not much physical trauma present. Maybe he suffered a heart attack or died because of some other disease, like poison? Lamp doesn't turn on. Not even in a socket. Alter the new guy. So appease the one sitting on the grand hall, you must put forth a worthy offering. I'm doing pretty decent health wise. And nothing else. Don't have many options, better just get the fuck out of here. You can smoke something with this. Ow. Oh, you got to attack first. You got to attack first. Fear and Murderer. That would have been so much better if I didn't lose my leg so early. Like, tremendously better. I've got heroin, a trench gun, and some shotgun shells, and a dream. And shillings. I'm not as interested in the dream. My interests are more on the one who is dreaming. Getting to the point where I actually have an extra party member and they don't immediately die is like... Nice weather for a short hike, no? It's really troublesome. Want to travel together? I'm afraid I'll have to refuse your company. I really need to hurry up and think I'll do best alone. If you'll excuse me, I need to hurry up now. Ah, bayonet. You check the functionality of rifle without ever actually thinking about it. Your old habits are kicking in. The rifle seems a familiar feeling of safety. You wonder if you'll ever be able to leave the past behind. Vegetable pie. Meat pie. Gotta head out now. Hope y'all have a good, lovely rest of your streamies. Thank you, Orange. Have a good rest of your night. Real. I like being able to run. Full speed towards death. Oh, that pose is literally from Resident Evil 4. I'm remembering Leon's text of, well, it looks like there's no discrimination based on gender here. Because it was a woman that was impaled through the face. Termina is upon us! Yay, a white vial. Certainly better than nothing. Mmm. I found a delicious skin Bible. I'm glad they keep skin Bibles in the hotels now. I love distant screams. The bots are some basic laboratory equipment. They're all dirty and disgusting. It won't open. Locked from the other side. Oh shit, no. Wow. Didn't even get to heal. I'll make a killing with these shillings. Oh, excuse me. Also, hello Mo. Puppy back from nap and from dinner. And a bit cold, but we'll call it Blanky to help Puppy. Hey Drizzle, how's your day been? Laggy here. Uh, Interesting there. It was okay. Sucks that it's almost over. Definitely feel like I used up a lot of the day. Steps in glass. Ooh! Add it to my inventory. Steps in glass. Ooh! So many good things in my inventory. Mahave. Whew. Ah. Wow, exact death. This can get started on a run rather quickly. When I get to town and I see the pesticide guy, I better just shoot him before even getting into a fight. You're fine, Talisman. Duct tape. Silence is golden, but duct tape is silver. Paprika. The items you get can be really random. I don't see another path right now. Recipes for the 15th century. This is a pretty nice haul. I'm gonna kill. I'm gonna kill. Fuck that guy. The atmosphere is getting heavier and heavier. This can't be good. The basement seems damp and dark from up here, as if something lurks down there waiting for you. Damn basement is damaged and the clothes inside the wardrobe are ruined. Lucky coin. So much chalk. Luger! The cold pistol grip feels familiar in your hands. You don't think you'd be grasping one so soon after leaving the front lines. You wonder if you'll ever be able to leave the past behind. Oh, I'm here now. Occult grimoires. Not everything needs to be opened immediately. White vial. Ah, I missed. Why you get 2 attacks? Even on my best run, I still died super quickly. On my first, was that my first combat? In my first combat. The shooting mechanic is just really throwing me off, I guess. So there are actual RPG fights in this. There was in the first game. Yeah, there's RPG elements in this. It's just if you have a gun, you can shoot people and kill them without going into actual battle. Plank shield. They were like, you dying too much. Here's a shield. What's a soul stone do? Oh, that upgrades. So if you don't really say anything, introduce yourself, they exposit to you. Good to know. There's actually a couple of RPGs with mechanics that let you like quote unquote fight outside of turn-based combat. This one game that we want to play eventually on on stream called Orange Blood is similar. Though when you shoot characters in the overworld, you can't kill them. You can only stun them. It's how you get out of battles, or get around battles if you don't want to engage with someone, or if you want to go behind them and do a back attack. I'm also kind of reminded of that show Heroes, like a bunch of people from a bunch of different backgrounds all coming together, seemingly randomly. The 4 Ages of Modern History. The atmosphere is getting heavier and heavier. You can't hurt me. For now. Heavy, moist, and musky. Damn. I was having really good luck with those, honestly. Someone's getting their lid peeled back. Book of Enlightenment. Can't make none of that shit. I am curious about the Book of Enlightenment, though. The book radiates light in every color of the spectrum. You feel like your journey has just begun, as if your existence since this very moment has been like watching someone else entirely. You feel a perspective shift in your surroundings, as if everything has to shrink, or perhaps you were to ascend higher. You gain a better understanding of yourself. The link between your mind and body has started its deterioration. Yo, I get a save? Don't mind if I do. You feel closer to enlightenment. As you finish reading the book, it crumbles to dust before your very eyes. Now this is a great starting point. Haven't shot one shot, haven't lost any health. Fuck. Empty barrel. The Last Frontier, Chapter 1. Oh, I skipped the enemy altogether. Damn. You win some, you lose some. The rest are just gruesome. Hope I can make something cool with glass shards, because I have so fucking many glass shards. Just put it in a bat, and then have a sharper bat. Funny that you say that, because I don't have a bat. Vegetable pie. Epi mask. A simple mask used in competitive fencing. Isn't particularly defensive except against piercing attacks. Makeshift armor? I like having agility though. For Almer's sake! You startled me. Don't go sneaking up on me like that, kid. Now, if you'll excuse me. Got a nice lucky coin. Are you okay? Are you okay? Can you hear that? I can hear a clock, but I can't see a goddamn thing. I smell rosary and garlic. I'm starving. He's got a crazy expression on his face. You notice his eye is gazing right through you. I can smell it definitely. You can't fool me. Snap out of it. Oh. Oh. Sorry about that. I don't know what got into me. First, it was just lost in my thoughts, and then those thoughts consumed me. There's nothing wrong. There's something wrong about this place. I came here to find something to eat. Not just for me, of course. Food for the entire train. I figured that could be my way of helping everyone in this situation. You saw all the food at the dinner table. This used to be the mayor's manor. He must have stashed all the food somewhere. Help me find the food storage and we'll get out of here. Oh, you found it? Lead the way. Jackpot! This is it. Oh, this stuff. It's the famous Bohemian truffle. The mayor must have gathered all this together when the shit hit the fan. You could barricade yourself in here for months with this much goodies around. I'll pick up the ingredients for a great dinner for... how many people? 14, just in case. Yeah. Also, I found something interesting. Maybe you'll find use of it. You got the sewer keys. I figure you can get to the city with these. In any case, I'll see you back at the train in a minute. Don't forget to join the dinner. Getting out of here is gonna be such a bitch. Ah! Okay. Please move. You died because of your infected wound. That's what killed me the other time. Well, I didn't fire a shot. I still have the low point from opening the yellow book. Fuck me. I fucking died of dysentery, basically. And I saw the message. It was like, oh, your arm's not looking too good, but I didn't know what that meant. Fuck. Fuck. Good time is in the end of stream. It's fucking hell. I did finally make some headway. And I feel good about that. So let me find someone to raid. I think I'll rate Hano, who is streaming Hollow Knight right now. Seems incredibly valid. Here's a raid message. My throat is dry as hell. Better have some tea tonight so we can do the voice acting we need to do tomorrow. For secret reasons. If you have sub emotes, here's your version. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Sorry to surprise you with a pop-up stream, but these things happen. I had a someday, and despite the anxieties and coming up from some hypnosis stuff, I did a good girl and used my safe word and rested today. Oh, congratulations! Safe wording is completely valid. Sorry I didn't read that till the end. Anyway, your life will be filled with happiness and sadness. I believe in you.